Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of GreedyCraft, where today we're going to be expanding our applied Energistics system, tripling our ores, and getting towards the iron steel forge. Alright, so just pouring out some of the steel. Got a bit of manganese. I did a little bit in between episodes, but we got a couple of bits of manganese steel. I suspect we're probably going to want more than that. Now, manganese steel itself is literally only used for making stainless steel. Cool. Good to know. So some of that, some of that, some of that. And hey, that's quite a bit. I think that should be good for now. Should be good for now. Because we were trying to make the thing that uses oxygen, the purification chamber. That's ore tripling, right? Cool. That's right, I remember now. We need these control circuits, which now we have. We're missing some more enriched alloy. Okay. Purification chamber, and we've been upgrading these to the factories the whole time, so let's do that. Awesome. Now I think we should be at ore tripling, right? So that's going to be not in the right place. Cool, that's connected. So you're possibly not extracting. Oh, it's active. Oxygen. Cool. So we got the right side of the machine. And then so extract. Always active. Insert. And then we check in. Something we need. Can we use this? Yeah, I found some of the cytosinite. It's in like jungle biomes, but I found it deep underground in like a jungle biome. Awesome. And you're using ADR for tech, so yeah, none of these guys are using too much. One thing I remember from my last playthrough is these mechanism gas upgrades are very useful. And it'll make this guy use way less oxygen. So we definitely want to do that. Because otherwise that is most certainly going to become like a bottleneck. And do these stack? Upgrades. Gas, 1 of 8. Yes, we probably do want. And shift right click to put that in there. Awesome, now he's going to be way more efficient on oxygen. And that, which is definitely what we want. And we'll put split on for all these. And we can take these out because that's going to jam up my machine. And these are just being used over here when we need to make these. So I think we can pretty safely just chuck ore in here. You need to auto eject. And yeah, going to be slow. Going to be slow. That's okay. This area is chunk loaded. Nice. And we can just leave that doing its thing. It's actually not too noisy being all the way up there. And I guess we start some. Yeah. I'll just let you do your thing. I think we produce enough power. Like from all these dynamos combined, that this power draw isn't too major. I just don't know if all these squeezers keep up with supplying this guy with canola oil. We'll find out. So we'll leave that Durasteel going. That's going to be getting us towards this Aeon Steel Forge. So we might as well wait for that stuff. We've got our mechanism things. We could like put upgrades in these guys to make them faster. The problem with that is that'll draw more power. And power we are a little bit short on at the moment. One of the things we're going to need in the future, because it keeps coming up in all these different recipes I see, is organic fluid. If we look at the uses of organic fluid, it's used for crafting all of the different mystical agriculture seeds. You need organic fluid, like this one needs 10 buckets of organic fluid. You also use it for, yeah, like making these things. It's used, I think you could set up like an organic infuser per seed you want to automate and just keep looping it out, and you just keep getting more, like it looks like we get more seeds. It looks pretty fast, just uses power. So we'll probably end up setting up like a machine per resource that we want to automate. Probably all of these guys. Meteor ingots don't have seeds, so it seems like we kind of have to constantly spawn in meteors to get that, which is... hopefully we don't need heaps of durasteel. And it's also used... Oh, we can centrifuge it to get balls of moss, which makes meaning moss, and we can just craft that though. Yeah, mostly used for this stuff, so we're going to need it. And the way we get it is an organic producer with water and like crops of some description make organic fluid. And we've got a storage drawer with a void upgrade in it. We're just getting rid of canola seeds because we don't need them. So thinking about that, yeah, like this guy. So he's full, and we're voiding the excess. So we probably want to stop voiding so much. And let's chuck an emerald upgrade in him. So he'll still void, but only once. Only once he gets really full. So yeah, he'll hold. I think this guy, he's only got gold, so more than 65,000. And I'm noticing this has dropped down a bit. So we are chewing through our canola. Which is cool. Yeah, so I want the organic producer. Organic infuser. Organic producer. The biggest problem here is these blocks of supremium essence. Everything else we've either made, or we need organic fluid buckets. Wait, how else do we get organic fluid? We can melt stuff. Pulped biomass. We just sawmill some plants. Okay. So we'll probably end up, we've got a sawmill actually, so we can get some organic stuff that way. Because we need those 6 buckets to jumpstart this guy. But supremium essence. That's going to be a thing. So probably going to need an infusion crystal, and it's just the normal recipe. There is a better crystal. It needs Challenger E. Kind of like, what is this? Looks like it's only from okay. Let's knock off some challenges just to get it done. So a deep dark portal. We may make a deep dark portal. I had briefly looked at it. It's like a really good mining dimension. Deep dark portal. And we recently unlocked it by beating the dragon, so we may check this place out for some mining. Just missing a block of coal. So there's our deep dark portal, and we can use this to go mining. I guess we'll just hide this here. All you do is just stand on it, and it eventually teleports you to a dimension where you take damage if you stay in the dark too long. Pretty well known mining mod. So we did that. That didn't complete the challenge. Oh, we have to go there. All right. I mean, while we're here, let's go check it out. Well, that's new. Defiled land. Oh, that's spreading. That's a little bit concerning. But we completed a challenge. Well, we'll leave that. Yeah. Wow, that's spreading fast. Now we want to keep this automatic torch on us. Oh, and somebody mentioned that, yeah, we could put this patch of unknown. Shane, I think it was, Shane mentioned. And yeah, that's really handy. We can put this up there and we'll just, we don't need to have our sailor charm on us all the time. Because yeah, even though we can see with night vision, it's the fact that it's dark. Wow, this is all defiled. Okay, so the deep dark has changed. Or we just happen to be in a defiled biome. Eventually we'll dig through. Okay, so it was just happened to be like a defiled biome right there. But yeah, oh, mobs are also tougher in this dimension normally as well, actually. Which could be an issue. So let's chuck down an interdiction torch. Should stop mob spawning. And we'll say this is our deep dark mine portal. And there should actually just be heaps of resources here. Ooh, blocks of redstone. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so we can come do some mining here, but not really what we're focusing on just at the moment. And hey, we should be ending up with a bit of stuff in here. 45 EZO. So we still haven't unlocked Challenger E, so acquire a chance cube. I don't know if we can mine them with Silk Touch. If we could, that would be easy to get. Kill an iron golem. Maybe we should do that one. Obtain a bonsai pot, which helps planting trees. Needs a time shard. I don't think we've got a time shard. Huh. I take that back. So there's a challenge, and hey, let's get... And we'll very slowly just end up with like logs and maybe leaves and saplings in here. And since this area is chunk loaded, that's just going to keep going. But nice, really just after the challenge there, didn't really need that. And a hopping bonsai pot. Oh. Yep. That bonsai pot's not going to do what we want. You have to manually harvest it. The hopping bonsai pot. That's what I was actually thinking of. A diamond hook. Nice. And that's gotten us higher tiers of mob farms and higher tiers of crops and essence and mystical agriculture. So right, we were trying to make the crystal. And it's supremium essence we were locked behind. Okay, so we're going to need these smaller crystals. We're going to get, it's 1,000 uses. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. So let's see what we got here. And I was going to... Wait, what? That's not how this works anymore. Oh, you just craft it. You don't even need that. Right, yeah, some recipes are like way easier than they used to be. This is where auto-crafting would be handy, because if I shift click, it's actually not going to work too well. Yeah. Oh, it's going to take so long. Alright, we need auto-crafting. We need auto-crafting. I've been putting it off. I had been putting it off. But we need to do it. A ME controller. Skystone blocks, and we need pure Fluix crystals. And hey, we can enrich just Fluix crystals. Or flux seeds. Do they have to be 66%? They may not be. So if we were to get flux, let's just try it with this many. And also some skystone. You need to be smelted. So flux dust and sand makes flux seeds. And you will enrich these. You will, but then the pure flux crystals don't actually go anywhere. That's okay, I'll just remember that these are here. We should have these just in one slot. So that other stuff can end up in there. Where's the 4 we need for a start? Should have some skystone blocks. ME controller. Cool. We get nice. Yes, that's so good. That's such a pain making them. Ooh, nice. Awesome. So where are we going to set up this ME network? I kind of want to... Oh yeah, auto torch is on. Let's turn that off. I kind of want to extend out the back and have like the auto crafting just here because it does take up a lot of room. And hey, I want an excuse to expand the factory. So yeah, I will dig out the wall and we'll set up some basic applied Energistics auto crafting. So that's going to be handy going forward. Okay, so it's got a nice little room back here, and yeah, probably just going to leave it like this for the moment. A little bit messy, but it's kind of just going to be only for our applied Energistics stuff. So we need to be hooked into this guy. We're actually going to want to change how this is working. So we are going to lose, we'll end up losing access to our applied Energistics system once we do this properly. Now we could make multiple of these, and we will eventually. But for now, let's just start with, I guess, something like this. Now I'm assuming channels are still a thing, because I know they can be disabled. Yeah, it still says 0 of 8 channels, so I think we still have to worry about channels. It's not going to be like a refined storage system where you can just hook everything up to one side of this and it would be fine. Not going to be the case. That's cool, that's cool. Did refined storage last time, so it's kind of cool to do some applied Energistics. So we got this guy. He is going to need power. So we're going to lose a face. And I guess, you know what? We've got that ridiculous solar panel. It is over here. It's kind of being used by our Durasteel. And it is going to be a bit of a hit. If this solar panel was here, and this guy was here, we're not going to lose any faces? I mean, that's kind of the middle of the room, is it? It's probably not. That's definitely not the middle of the room. Shouldn't matter, because we're going to end up like stacking these, like more of these in the end, once we get the auto crafting set up. So this guy is connected. We could just hook all of this stuff up to him now. That would actually be fine. And I mean, yeah, we kind of, thinking about it, we kind of do want an energy cell, but he only outputs 1,000 RF a tick, so... There are applied Energistics energy cells. We probably don't have a lot of this stuff just yet. So that's cool. We got our ME controller. We are going to want a couple of things for getting Autocrafting working. We're going to need a crafting CPU, and let's just prefix this with applied. A crafting unit. So we're going to need crafting storages. And I think they all require, so we need a crafting unit for a start. So we're going to need a crafting unit. Yeah, we did have this dude from a while back, and he was used for like making, yeah, he makes these guys really easy, so he definitely wants to be set back up. I think we've got this power back here. Yeah, we may end up needing this guy again. But a crafting unit. Yes, we need calculations. We need pure Certus quartz. And we can do that in our enriching chamber actually. With just some Certus quartz, and hey, we had some pure Certus quartz, but let's crush some anyway. Pure Certus quartz, silicon, we have a bit of, and redstone. And I think this guy's super fast. So we're going to have a crafting unit. Molecular assemblers. It's just a crafting table and these guys. So yeah, we're going to set up all of this stuff in a bit. So we need molecular assemblers and interfaces. ME interface. Yeah, this all looks like the standard recipes. And what I like to do when setting this stuff up is the first like auto crafting recipes we're going to teach it are for making more of this stuff, and we'll automate, like we can automate this with this guy. It's going to be quite easy. We probably don't need heaps of them just yet, but let's get some of these. And we'll actually be able to get a decent sized crafting storage. Like, this would be a ridiculous crafting storage, and it doesn't let you do that. That's cool, but we should be able to get like a 16K crafting storage. Nice. And, we completed a challenge. Oh, the hook. Hey, stick down them. Right, so applied Energistics quests, just in case we're missing out on some stuff. Oh, we need a 1K crafting storage, and we'll get another 16K, so we'll probably make one of them. So you want us to make an ME interface. Alright. All we're missing is a formation core. All you're missing is some of these. ME interface. Nice. That's just for the quest. And can we, like, separate? Yeah, we can. And let's get another one of these. Then we get another one. Nice. And then we could also get a crafting coprocessor unit. Which means we need another one of these, which we're now missing some of this. Which we're missing some of that, yeah. Oh, that wasn't a quest, of course. Cool. So if we use this cable, we got some dense cables, and these would actually be handy because we can have 32 channels off a single side. So we do something like this. And then we can use these just regular smart cables, and we can have 8 channels coming off like each of these faces. So we can, yeah, it's all coming back to me. So we probably want these 16K crafting storage things. These kind of can be assembled into like a cuboid, which, hey, might make more sense to have this like that. And oh, that's only using one channel. That's cool. And then coming off here, so we're using one channel. Guess we'll come off up the top and make the... Now, I don't actually know the... we'll try there, that might be enough. There's like good ratios of things you can make. So you have this ME interface. He's going to use a channel. And this is where you put your recipes for autocrafting. And actually, we may as well make the interfaces for connecting to this system. So it's probably time to connect this guy as well, right? So we run a dense cable. Run some of this down, and then we can hook our 8 channels up over here. And this will end up having like a few things attached to it. So it's using 3 channels, but we're going to have our interfaces, so this is going to be like the 4th channel. We need an interface terminal. Which is going to use one of them, which is cool. Because we got 4 of them, and we're missing a engineering processor. So an ME interface terminal, nice. I feel like that recipe might have changed. And you're going to go here, so it's actually going to be annoying if I do this. Is that going to use a connection? Is I don't want to do that. I don't want you to connect there because you are connected like through this guy. Just for being safe, we'll get some of these anchors. These are actually pretty cool. If we put this here, this cable now won't connect there. We can put our interface terminal here. And if we happen to have an interface, we might as well make one. Nice. And say that this is connected to the network. It's going to use a channel here, which means we're now using 2 channels off this face and 5 channels off this face, and we get 32 channels per face of this guy. And you can just get another one of these and like place it underneath, so that gives you even more channels. So it can be a little bit tedious to manage all the channels, but it is a pretty powerful system. And now we can connect to this interface. Now he can't actually craft anything yet because we need a molecular assembler, and this is kind of like the crafter thing that does the crafting. And a molecular assembler. And if we put this here, now there's a couple of ways to approach this. If you surround this guy with molecular assemblers, he can use any of them for crafting stuff. Alternatively, if you surround this guy with ME interfaces, they can all use this one assembler for crafting stuff. The problem with that is you're going to have to wait for crafts to finish. But we can do some basic auto crafting now. We'll also need a pattern terminal, because this is how we tell it like the recipes for things. That's fluid pattern, we just want the regular pattern. Which needs a ME crafting terminal. ME pattern terminal. You're going to go here. Now, so we need patterns. And that looks like a pretty standard recipe. And we need to actually make a pattern. So one of the best patterns... Oh, how do I get rid of this without breaking everything? Well, not like that. So we've got a pattern terminal, we can put a pattern in it. First pattern I want to teach is, and you can do, like, you can select a recipe, click plus, and you can like take bits out, like say if there was an alternative recipe that also used a bean instead of an iron ingot, you could tell it to use that particular recipe. Obviously this doesn't actually make anything, but yeah. Can be helpful, like this is using pure Certus quartz. We don't actually have a lot of pure Certus quartz, and this recipe won't actually work unless we have, well actually no, if we use allow substitutions, it should use regular Certus quartz. But we can also just tell it to use. So it'll use this by default, and then if there's none of this left, it'll try and use this. These are more efficient. You just have to process them, and we don't have that set up yet. But hey, we now know how to make blank patterns, so we can go to our interface terminal and put this in here. Alternatively, you can run over to the particular interface and not do that. Putting that in there actually just means it ended up in the system. And here it is. And put it down here is where the patterns go. You can do stuff like tell it to keep one gold ingot in stock. And so now it's always going to keep a gold ingot, which can be handy if your interface is on a machine that uses that particular thing. We'll be getting into that. But hey. We teach it the blank pattern. And now we can come over here. You need to search for it. And you'll see it's got a little plus beside it. Might be a little bit hard to see there. But you can also change to just craftable, and it's only going to show things that you know how to craft. Obviously this is the only pattern we know. We can say, hey, make me 1,000 patterns. Obviously we're not going to have the stuff for this. And it tells us. It's actually really hard to read with the dark theme. But yeah, we're missing, if we wanted to make 1,000 patterns, we're missing almost 3,000 iron, 2,000 quartz glass. So yeah, can be handy just for figuring out what you need, but we just need like, we'll do 7 patterns, and we don't have enough. All right, 2 patterns, missing glowstone. Oh, we're actually out of glowstone. We're fully out of glowstone. Oh, we're fully out of glowstone. Okay. Can we get 1 pattern? I mean, we can because we got the stuff down here. 1 pattern. Nice. And yeah, we'll expand our network. Probably next episode. That's going to be really handy. Very basic autocrafting. But now we can do what we were originally setting out to do, which was get our ferrium essence, grab our pattern, teach it how to autocraft that, put that pattern in here, and let's craft, can we make 100? We can. We start that. It's actually going to be crafting. Yeah, we can see what he's doing. So every time this is going up to 100%, he's crafted one of these. You can put speed upgrades in these assemblers. I've actually never ever done that. But you can do that to make, like, I guess make our assemblers go faster. So if you had a particular recipe that was, like, slowing you down, you could do that. And then if we look in here, you can see we're slowly getting prudentium essence. Now, obviously, this is faster. Oh, and hey, we can just shift click now. Nice. Wait, is this still a recipe? You can use the crystal for converting blocks at a time. And we can now do this. We probably won't have heaps of this, and we needed for the organic producer 8 blocks of supreme essence, which I don't think we've got. We have 2 blocks. So converting all of our regular essence, we only have 2 of these blocks. Can make supremium now. Was that a quest? No. Alright. Hey, can we not convert downwards? Ooh. That's different. Normally you could like easily convert between them. Now we can't convert any of our Supremium back down to, like if we needed some Prudentium, we've now got none. But hey, that's cool. So we've got, yeah, not a lot. And why are you... I'm going to have to take you back over to the village because you think you live here now. But hey, that's cool. We got some autocrafting. I think next episode we'll set up a automatic Infernium farm. And ooh, how's our Durasteel going? Getting there, we're getting there. How many of these do we have now? 7 Durasteel blocks. I think we need 1 Durasteel block away. Or actually 2 Durasteel ingots away. Nice. So we'll be able to work on the Aeon Steel Forge if we wanted to next episode. But hey, yeah, autocrafting, very basic setup. And yeah, we've almost got the Durasteel that we need. So that's kind of cool. And ore tripling, of course. So much stuff, so much stuff. But hey, it's been ClassicDuff. You've been watching the episode. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.